Hi, this is Wing from CityLux.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
Today we are going to be talking about Karin markers and specifically the new pigment markers that have just arrived. We have here with us a full master set you can see over here.
It's huge.
The master set has got a full 84 pens inside actually. So how is it actually set up? Maybe Kelly, you want to explain how this works?
Okay, before you start actually, it comes with the instruction manual. So please read before you use, because for this range of markers, it comes with very specific instruction how you keep it. So please don't open everything and put in the cup. They already gave you really nice box to put the markers in.
Yeah.
So actually each set comes with 12 colors. Then the space for you to do the swatch and additional stickers.
I see over here in the instructions that there's this graphic over here. What does that actually mean?
So when you open up the box, you will notice that each marker is kept in this like the foam, and then each pen is actually like kept slightly tilted towards the pen tip, so that it makes sure that it doesn't the pen tip is doesn't get dried.
You can see that there's a slight horizontal tilt downwards. So by putting it flat, this box is already done. It's already created in such a way that the pen actually tilts slightly downwards so that the pen tip is always wet, so it doesn't dry out, because it's actually acrylic pigments inside. So once the nib actually dries out, the brush tip dries out, then it becomes a damaged pen. Okay, so you definitely want to keep it wet all the time, and this is what basically this picture is talking about as well. And of course, these are the other parts are talking about the usual, why is it different, how to clean it up and things like that.
It would be very different from usual like other like a Karin markers you have. This is like a 72 color pro set, the mega set. But those pens actually are stored upright. It's okay. But for the pigment deco brush, you have to keep it this way.
I can see there are actually a lot of extra boxes as well. So let me slot this little instruction back. So how are they actually grouped together?
Okay, so actually there are 84 colors in total. So Karin actually made like 7 different sets based on the different theme. Okay. So of course it comes with the basic color, the most essential 12 colors you need, whatever you do. Then there's like a passion colors, very strong, like like yellow, red and pink, something really strong. Then there's a nature, more greenish, maybe a bit more autumn tone. Then nude colors and pastel colors. Pastel colors is my favorite. Then violet and grey. This is like everything, but if you're not sure, you can always start with just one set.
You mean I can just buy just this like that separately?
Yes. So you can just buy one set to start, then after that you can gradually like increase the number of sets. Or of course, if you can, you get all 84 colors, then make your own set.
The price of buying the whole set at one go is quite intimidating.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but the good thing of buying one full set is you get this full storage box and all the shelves, you just slot it in. So if you build your own set one by one, of course you don't get this beautiful shelf that goes along with it.
And when I say you can make your own set, what does it mean? So actually it comes with the extra sticker, so you can actually do the swatch, and it comes with these like thin stripe stickers. So you do the swatch here, then you can make your own set. You can stick on the box. Yeah. So that's what I mean by your own set. So let's say I always use these 12 colors for my outdoor sketching, or maybe my manga drawing, something like that. Then you can just mix and match your like different colors to create your own set, instead of like passion or nature or pastel. Yeah, you don't need to limit your own your sets that way.
This whole set is completely made in Poland, so it looks beautiful. Okay, so this part doesn't really move, so the rest of it is quite nice and solid. It's really heavy as well. What are we going to be doing today? We're going to be trying out on different materials, right?
Yeah, different surface. We can do glass, different kind of paper, Yeah, anything. Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been learning modern calligraphy or using brush markers over the past years, and the only problem with the normal brush markers is they are watercolor based. So watercolor based probably means that most of the time you need to just apply onto your watercolor paper or your journals, your ADGSM paper. But I think there are a lot of creative people out there like yourself who has mastered either your modern calligraphy, but you want to actually write on maybe your bullet journal. You want to decorate your bullet journal,
The
right?
cover.
Yeah, so you can't really do that with a normal water brush because that obviously won't stick at all and the color won't really show. So I think Karin is really smart to do this. So I think they've been getting a lot of requests. They know that what creative people want. So being acrylic based, it gives you a lot of possibilities suddenly, right? Those of you who are familiar with acrylic paints will know that it's water based, but once it dries up, it becomes kind of permanent. Until you want to clean it off with water again, it's pretty permanent. And you can apply to many different surfaces. So today what we're going to do is to test it out on different surfaces so that you guys can see the different effects, how it will turn out, so that if you have an idea, oh, I want to color my tote bag, or I want to color some shoes or my journal, you can actually see the effect first before you decide to buy one of these.
Okay, exciting. Okay, now this is basic colors. So, okay, as I said, it comes with the space for the swatching and extra sticker for your own set. Okay, so it comes from white to black and all the essential colors. Okay, so you can see like orange, yellow, green and purple. So these are the most essential ones. So if you're not sure which color to get, you can always start from these basic colors. Okay, so this is the passion colors. It's really pretty. Actually, it like reminds me of like those of tropical fruits. Okay, so you can see the colors.
So passion colors look to me like it's the warmer tones, right?
Yeah.
It's more reddish, yellowish, pinkish. Yeah. So these are the warmer tones, are the passionate colors.
Yeah, so it's all the reddish different hues, but all very strong and rich colors. Okay, then the next are nature colors. Okay.
Okay, so the cover as well is also green color. So
Yeah.
this is more nature. So
So this will be very useful for like, you know, botanical drawing, plants. Yeah, actually these are the colors that I'm very into these days. Yeah, not too bright. Yeah, but very pretty. Yeah, okay. Then next one is nude colors. Okay.
So I guess new colors should be more flesh tones,
Yeah.
right? Those who are painting a lot of
But still quite big range of colors though.
flesh
Yeah.
colors and earthen.
Yeah, actually
colors.
like this is like soft peach is one of my favorite color. Yeah, this is really pretty. Yeah, something not too strong. Yeah, very subtle but still very rich. Okay, so this is nude color. Next is pastel, but since I will do the pastel swatch, I will move on to the violet blue. Okay, it's a bit tight. Okay. Oh, I like this colors combination. Okay, yeah, so you can see. So this is more bluish. Yeah. Okay.
So for those who love bluish colors,
These are
okay,
pretty.
very nice.
Yeah.
So actually you can see for yourself as well, all these names are already pre-written here so that
Yeah.
you can
So
actually
you just
mix and
need to
match later
follow.
when you do the swatch.
Each box actually, they will keep reminding you how you should store the pens. Okay, this is at the very bottom, so pretty tight. Oh, okay. So gray. So all the different tones of gray. Let me take the sticker out to show you a bit more detail.
So this one's over here, it's slightly
More
greenish
green.
ones are
Yeah.
the olives.
So the left side is more those are cool gray, warm gray, different tones of gray.
Yeah, this side is warm grey. You can see it's like
A bit more reddish.
reddish.
Yeah. Okay. So last one. Okay. I think this is the set that I will use most often. Okay. Pastel set. Okay. See the colors? Very, very pretty. Okay, so oh yeah, this is so nice. It's so satisfying to look at the colors. Okay. Yeah, and maybe I show you the difference. Okay, this is the deco brush. Okay, I just show you the difference between the normal Brush Marker Pro. Maybe more of you have used or you already own. So this one is like transparent, so you can actually see the ink flowing. Okay, maybe from the screen a bit hard to see. Okay, and this is like a more translucent, like a clear base. Yeah, then for the pigment, you can still see the ink. Yeah, so it's very useful, like, you know, when you know that the ink is running low, it's very clear for you to see. Yeah. Okay, so you can still see the ink, but it's more like opaque. Yeah, so it's like you don't really mix up these two range. It has a very big difference.
Clip also looks different, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's very different.
So the pigment ones are all white colored clips.
Yes. So when you put the pens together, yeah, you will actually see the big difference. So this is the range that actually I will do the actual swatching. Okay, one thing you need to know before you start using the pigment deco brush, make sure you shake. Okay, shake really well. And since I'm holding the pen, maybe I'll show you the detail. Okay, so it says opaque color system, so you will not really see the base color of the paper so much, a permanent ink when it's dry. Okay, but it's not the usual like a permanent marker you're thinking of. Once it's dry, it will not, like, you know, go off, but of course if you use alcohol, you can remove it. Color burst effect, actually I'm not really sure what it means by color burst effect. Let's try the pen later. Then water-based, non-toxic, but it's not food grade, so please don't use it on your mug where you touch and drink from. Then suitable for most surfaces. Yeah, we try. It's true. And flexible brush tip, very flexible, very soft. Yeah, it's true. So actually, this one, the swatch is designed in a way that you can see the effect on white and black surface. Of course, because it's the water-based, when you write it on the black base, you can still see a little bit of black. Maybe once it's dry, I will just go through one more time. And then I didn't really differentiate so much, but there's an upstroke and downstroke. So the upstroke, of course, the color is lighter. Yeah, I think it's just a nature of the pen.
So it's still different from the oil paints or oil-based markers that we have used before. So oil-based markers are the ones that we also have to shake, right? But the oil-based markers tend to be opaque throughout, evenly.
Yeah, so actually I feel that this is very personal preference. Some people will want very consistent color, but actually I'm loving the difference in terms of color. Let me just do one more and show you closely what I mean by the difference. Okay. So when it's downstroke, when you put more pressure, you can see it's a lot more opaque and actually cover even the black color surface. Okay, and of course, like, I think the pumpkin I didn't really shake very well, so maybe didn't, like, you know, write really clearly. But yeah, and of course, like, the yellow is very light color, so maybe it didn't really cover the black so well. I think you can see the shine of this light green. It takes quite long time to dry, which is like very normal. Alright, so they're still drying up, but oh, look at this. It's so pretty. Oh yeah. Okay. I think, okay, actually, like, half of it is like a warm tone, like a very pinkish. So I think I will still get more bluish or greenish colors from other sets to use. Yeah. Okay, now we will try to write with a pigment deco brush on a different kind of paper.
Today I think Kelly will mainly try out on a different paper so that you all can see the color effect. Alright?
Yeah, so actually I will try with the normal Brush Marker Pro, then compare with the deco brush. Okay, so I just pick up like similar colors. So this is the normal water-based Brush Marker Pro. Maybe we do from the black. Okay, so I can see some marks, but of course the color doesn't come out at all. Okay, actually I never try. Ooh. Okay, no wonder people like this Tomoe River paper. Like it's a water-based brush pen, but it doesn't bleed at all. Oh, actually, I love the effect of this. Yeah, because it's really good paper. Actually, it looks good. Then now, similar blue color. Let me try the pigment deco brush. Ooh, you can see.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see on the black paper. Of course, the Tomoe River and the Cosmo, right? Right?
There's still some shading effect, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's why I say maybe
you can still see this part more bluish.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe I do the thick and thin, like more obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's also shaking it.
Yeah. By the time it reached this letter, it was getting a bit dry. Yeah, so you can see the color is not so consistent. Okay, so now I know. Maybe I just do the exactly same thing. Oh, but after I shake more. Oh, actually this paper is really smooth. Yeah.
It's really good paper.
Yeah. So I just do one more color for you to see. Again, black. You cannot see any color. Okay. Then Tomoe River. Beautiful. And Cosmo Light. Oh. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. It's really bright.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, the pink color looks much better on the black paper because on the white paper, a bit hard to see. It's very light.
Yeah.
On the black paper, you can see that the color really pops up. Yeah, the pink. But on the white paper, it's very light.
Look at that. So you can see, as usual, on Tomoe River paper, it takes a really long time to dry, so it's pretty wet. On the Cosmo Air, it's still a bit wet but drying up. Okay, this is on the black paper. I hope you can see. So for the normal watercolor, you can just see a marking, that's all. Alright, so now we are gonna try them on different papers, and we have picked out quite a few different ones. First one up is the new Bullet Journal 2.0 from Leuchtturm, and those of you who know, the new Bullet Journal paper is actually 120 GSM paper inside. What we have over here is from MD Notebooks. Alright, over here, MD Notebooks, I don't know what you can see over here. Anyways, MD paper. This one is the frames version, but the paper is generally the same from all the Midori papers. Okay, so those of you who are using your traveler's notebook, you all will know that the cream paper on the inside is the same as this. Alright, so testing on this is much easier to write on. Alright, so these are the three main types of paper that we'll be using right now. So Kelly will actually demonstrate again and check out the different effects.
We'll start with normal paper. Okay. So the Leuchtturm paper, like actually there's a slight difference between the planner and the bullet journal, but generally the bullet journal paper is better. Then this planner paper is a more usual, normal. Yeah. So this is again normal Brush Marker Pro, which is very juicy and wet. Okay. So typically the Karin brush marker bleed, or you will see some how should I say?
Feathering.
Yeah. Okay, it doesn't really feather a lot, but I don't really like the effect because you can see the texture of the paper.
Yeah,
you
can blotchy.
Can you see the very like small dot? Let me do the exactly same thing with the pigment brush. Okay. Okay, I mean of course it's different color, but then Wow, actually, it looks much better. You don't really see that the texture of the paper so much. It totally doesn't bleed or feather at all. Oh, actually, the pigment brush does much better. Actually, you can see the bleeding from the
Yeah,
pool.
so normally the Karin marker, the Pro, actually, because it's very wet brush marker, so actually it bleeds through a little bit, so it shows quite a bit. But the pigment one actually performs better on this kind of paper, huh?
So I know you don't normally use acrylic paints when you do journaling, but with Karin's like a brush tip, I think you can just use on anything. Actually, I think I'll use the pigment deco brush more than the normal Pro for my Leuchtturm journals.
The difference is also that the water brush ones actually seeps through and goes into the paper fibers much faster. The pigment one, if you can see,
Yeah, it's still wet.
it takes a longer time to dry.
That's just a normal characteristic of acrylic paint. Next, I will try on the Bullet Journal 2.0. This is like a new version of Bullet Journal, and the papers are 120 GSM. Okay, normal dotted, but it's much thicker paper. Let me try. Exactly same color. So again, Pro. Okay. Oh,
Nice.
okay, nice. But I can see, yeah, it's very similar to. It doesn't bleed, but okay. Let me show you more closely. Yeah. So it's actually quite similar. Oh,
So you
but
can see
it doesn't bleed.
the 120 GSM paper
There's
holds.
not much ghosting.
Yeah, so it doesn't bleed through, there's
Yeah.
no ghosting.
You
So
can-
it's much better than the normal 80 GSM Leuchtturm notebook
So we
already.
compare the 80 GSM at the back of the page. You will see,
Yeah, so that's the difference between a 120 GSM and an 80 GSM paper. So even I think we have people asking us when the 120 GSM blank notebooks are coming in without
Oh,
the
yeah.
bullet journal one.
Actually, it's coming soon in September. So last one, let's try on the MD paper. Okay, you can see that. Okay, you don't. You get the full color, very rich, but you don't get the annoying paper fiber look. You know that dot dot dot. What I mentioned. This is just a very consistent because I think MD paper is a lot smoother, but it's not like plasticky either. And then when it dries up, the Karin will always leave a bit of this outline. What do you call it?
It's like a sheen.
Yeah, it's almost like a sheen for like some of the fountain pen ink you have. I'm not sure whether you can really see, but yeah, it's beautiful. No.
Yeah, so
Of course, the MD paper is very, very thin, so you can see a little bit. There is some ghosting, but it's just like very minimal.
So MD paper is actually roughly 80 GSM kind of paper. They don't state the exact grammage, but based on the 80 GSM kind of weight, actually it holds the water brush very well. It holds the pigments very well as well.
Yeah.
Let's
I
show
think
to compare.
Yeah. So I think you can tell what I mean by you can
You
see
can see.
this one is like really clean and rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to choose the paper. The paper, it can like take this kind of wet marker very well. But well, obviously for the deco brush with the acrylic paint, you can use on any kind of paper. Yeah, so in that sense, it's easier. Yeah, it's a lot more forgiving. You can use on any kind of paper, even though it's not like super good paper. You can use it without any feathering or bleeding. Or yeah, actually it looks good on any surface. Okay, now we will try on the glass surface. Maybe at home you don't really use it so much, but actually a lot of people do for like a signage for the restaurant or like a retail shop, or sometimes you make a gift for your friends and things like that. So like honestly, I never tried until I did some research, and it was so fun. So let me just get, this is just one of my old frame. So this is the glass surface. Let me just, okay, I cannot really draw now, so I just show you the effect. Okay, so maybe, yeah. Actually, it's like a fully opaque. Let me show you. Yeah, and yeah, the color like stands out really well. And there was some one thing people were also curious, like, because it's written that it's permanent. So later I will show you what I mean by permanent. And also, since we are doing on the glass surface, right, I also demonstrate how we do the blending. Can do direct blending. So you do tip to tip. I like to do like a dark one on top, then the light color at the bottom. Okay, actually both will get some color from each other, but when you do this, okay, so you can see the, yeah, so at this tip you will see very strong purple, but towards the end, yeah, actually it went back to the original color, so you hardly see any purple left. Yeah, so it's really easy to do blending and mix the color.
Okay, so now we're gonna look at what we can do.
Yeah,
to
we
remove
will test out. Yeah,
some mistakes, or maybe some creative parts you want to make some changes, what will actually happen. And we also want to test out when people talk about acrylic paints are supposed to be permanent once it dries, is that really true? And if it's true on which type of surfaces as well. Yeah, so of course there are different reasons why people will want it to be permanent and why they want it to be not so permanent. Okay, so of course some permanent because your beautiful artwork, you want to keep it as permanent as possible. So we're trying to see whether it works well. Yeah.
So we'll start with glass. Most of the time glass you do signages, so you want to remove them. You don't want to have like a Merry Christmas or Happy New Year for the rest of the year. So typically you want the paint to come off, okay? But you don't want kids to go and just wipe it off, okay? See? Now it's like a fully dry. When I run through my hand, actually it doesn't come out. So in normal circumstances, it will not come off. Yeah, so actually I don't see any paint. Yeah, it's pretty permanent in that sense. However, if you go and scratch it, like with the fingers,
if you scratch hard enough, it does come out.
Yeah, so the layer of the paint will come off.
But it's not so easy.
Yeah. So what do you do when you want to move to the next season, or like you had this frame in your room and say, oh, spring, and put all the sakura, then now you want to move on to like some autumn theme. Okay, simply just get a wet wipe, then just do this. Ooh.
Oh,
it is really
pretty
fast.
easy.
Okay, it's just the whole thing just comes off. Yeah, of course, if you left it for really long and you need extra help, then you just need to get a bit of alcohol, because nowadays the wet wipes are all alcohol free. So you can see all the like paint come out. Like, yeah, it's really easy.
That's the beauty of being a water-based pigment pen. It can still come off.
So it all comes out.
It's different from your oil-based ones, yeah?
So actually I got really curious. So what will happen to other surfaces? So we will try out all the different surfaces we tried today. Wing actually drew this little flower on the notebook cover. Let's try, okay? Okay, dry hand. Okay, now come out. Let's scratch it. This is really difficult to scratch because it's not glass. So it means actually you don't really need to put varnish, I guess, but I don't know whether it will survive the wet wipe. Oh, okay, it's not coming out. Yeah, surprised actually. I thought it would come off right away, but it doesn't come out. Oops. Oh, you should have drawn a nicer flower. I thought, you know,
I was quite sure it will come off.
Yeah, it's not coming out, seriously. So I will try whether we can remove this, but this become permanent. Yeah, I might keep wiping, but it's not. And now I'm putting pressure, but it's not coming out.
I think it's more than 10 minutes since I let it dry, so it's pretty permanent.
It's really not coming out.
Okay, so now you know. So you don't really need an extra varnish layer for this, because for some surfaces, if it doesn't stick on so well, you need to varnish on top. So obviously this one, it's in pretty well.
This one. This is like a coated paper, like a canvas paper. Let's try whether I can remove it. Actually, it's not coming out. So actually, it's pretty permanent in that sense. Yeah, it's not coming out. Oh, I'm surprised.
So this PU leather has got,
Yeah, it's not coming out. Yeah.
yeah, it's more, I don't know, is it more porous or?
No, it's not porous. That's why
Yeah.
it's not coming out. Yeah, it's so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the last one is the one that is the genuine leather. You can see over here, this is the genuine leather. I actually tried using more water to remove it later on after the first portion, and it doesn't really come off. Yeah, so it's pretty permanent. You can see maybe after I added a lot of water, and this immediately after applying the color, and it seeps into the leather very quickly, and the leather has almost dried out already, and still it doesn't come off. So this is pretty permanent as well.
So, if you want to draw on the surface, please plan well and draw at one time.
So yeah, and if you want to clean it off, then make sure you use to have your wet wipe right next to you.
Yeah.
So if you make a mistake, you can
Correct it immediately. Yeah, just clean up immediately, then the paint will come off.
Yeah.
But once you leave it for like, actually I think we left it for like 5 minutes, but then it
So-
dry up, it become permanent. So let's do really on the spot, okay?
Okay.
I do this. Oops, made a mistake.
You don't have to make such a big mistake. Okay. So if you
Oh,
make a
yeah.
mistake, be quick about it to remove it.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry about that. So once you're done, you're happy with it, let it dry out for that 5-10 minutes, it becomes pretty permanent. Do test out on small hidden areas as usual, right? If you've done leather care and they tell you spray,
Yeah, please don't use on your brand new TN
Not in the front, try the-
limited edition. Don't
cut
go
the
there.
small corner
Yeah, yeah,
behind that doesn't really hurt,
Yeah.
and then before you do your masterpiece, So we've already done the mistakes without knowing what was actually going to happen. So you don't have to do the same mistakes like me, okay?
And this one,
I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna.
maybe we'll paint something nicer over it.
Yeah.
Okay, canvas, we cannot really rub it off, but I'm just curious. Maybe I just dab and see whether the paint come off. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
my wet one is still wet, but the paint is not coming off. Yeah, so
So I think as long as you don't put it in the washing machine, it's good to go. We've done quite a bit of testing today. We've done the pigment deco brush on different types of paper, different colors of paper, and on different surfaces as well. So what do you think about this new collection?
first of all, 84 colors. Where do you get 84 colors in the set? I love the colors. Of course, the problem is that you want to get all 84 colors, which is a bit like, a big hole in your wallet. But the colors are beautiful.
But as
and-
usual, I think it's cheaper to
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
the full set at one go
Yes,
than
for
to
sure.
buy individual
Yeah,
pens.
for sure.
Yeah.
And the colors are really, really rich. Yeah, I mean, rich is like curry markers are. And this is really versatile. So you can use on any kind of like surface. For me, I will still use more on paper. Yeah, because I do journaling and now I'm learning like calligraphy. So I will use more on the paper, but I can see like an endless application. So I love it. But I realized that maybe I will use these brushes more for drawing rather than writing, because it's a little bit too soft for me. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm not very good at the calligraphy yet, so a bit hard for me to adjust the thick and thin and all that. But the colors are beautiful, so I will use for drawing first and maybe painting. Then when I'm much better at writing calligraphy, then I will move on. Yeah.
So I think for decorating your journals, especially the covers and stuff like that, opens up definitely a lot of creative possibilities. I love the effect on the tote bag as well. So it's just that, of course, I gotta plan beforehand what I want to paint. Yeah, then I can actually do up my whole journal and it will look unique. I think a lot of people will love using this. This is far better than anything else in the market right now. I think,
Actually, it's only the market. I mean, nobody has like
Yeah,
a brush
because-
tip acrylic
yeah,
paint.
previously the acrylic paint you can only use those round tips, and you can
Yeah.
you need to buy
Different thickness.
you need to buy 0.5 or 1 or
Yeah.
2.0
So
kind
you
of
need
thing
to have
in
like
different
so many different
sizes,
thickness for
and
the
you
same color.
need to do that pressing out the
I
ink.
have many of them, and
Yeah.
I always do this and pump, then I'll dry and throw away.
And so there's no way for you to get this petals or drawing this kind of fine strokes whatsoever. So I think the effect you get is totally different. Yeah, you don't have to stick to pointillism anymore. You can totally come out with normal brush strokes. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to do my monthly cover actually.
Yeah.
August, for sure. I think August maybe I will use like a passion colors. It's like it's summer, right? So I
And you
will
can
use-
blend, and you can
Yes.
blend. So I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. So definitely something you guys should try out. Get whatever sets that you all can afford to get at one go and play with it and have really a
Yeah,
lot of
and
fun.
actually it's very forgiving in terms of quality of paper. You can use any kind of quality. You don't need to like only use a very good thick paper. So actually it's easier
Yeah.
in that sense. Yeah.
Alright, so if you enjoyed today's review, please remember to like and subscribe to us. Visit us at citalux.sg as well. Alright, so remember to just live simply and write daily as always. Alright, see you again. Bye.